come in quickly like I do, in typical sales fashion, I'm just letting the product person do all the hard work. I'm just going to say hello. But really, from my perspective, I've just taken over as the account manager for Nuvola, so I don't know many people, so I just wanted to let you know who I am. So please come and speak to us. I think it's a gentleman spectrum in said. We are very much focused on selling through channel. I think 95+% of our business last year was through channel. And this year's strategic focus for 8x8 is on reseller channel, partners that can add value to what we do, because we know you are the people that glue everything together. We can't sell our product on our own. So just wanted to let you know, and I'm going to let Andy do all the hard work and all the talking.
That's not what we agreed.
It is.
Okay, we'll just have to make this up, I guess. So I'm Andy, I've been with 8x8 about 4 years, background in all sorts of things. Started in premise with Mr. Nuvola many years ago. Moved into data networking, into cloud, through Avaya, through Poly, a few startups, and now 8x8. So we've been to quite a few events with our friends at Nuvola. As Claire says, it's absolutely key to us as a partner-led organisation that not only do we put our best foot forward in terms of our overall solution, this will be kind of a solutions-led presentation, but we do appreciate that many of you as partners also in Nuvola have wraparound services, complementary products. You saw the presentation from Yealink, from Slom, and from our good friends at Spectrum as well. This all ties into what we do as a cloud communications provider. One of the key things that we're going to focus on, again, I think this was in the memo, is around Teams. Why Teams, and why are we here talking about cloud when everyone's using Teams? What's the value that we can add? So we'll have a few themes going through this, but in terms of takeaways and what is 8x8, if you haven't come across 8x8 and what do they represent and why are they different. Main part of that is all around the platform that we operate. When we say platform, it's a combination of communication software, and that has a great UK, British, English, Southeast England heritage through companies like DXI and VoiceNet, which were acquired by 8x8, that's been a cloud vendor for 20 years. So we have that heritage both on the contact center and the UC side. So when we talk about our solution, it's operated and managed and delivered through a pure cloud, born in the cloud, operated in the cloud, available through the cloud for both contact center and unified communications. And so we'll talk about some of the benefits of that, particularly how that ties into Teams, and particularly how what we call a partner ecosystem, not just partners like yourselves that are providing an end user solution, but also adjacent solutions. And Teams is one of those that customers may want to deploy. So it could be Salesforce, it could be Dynamics, it could be Freshworks, it could be Bullhorn, all of those as well. So kind of food for thought. And coming back to the theme earlier on, which is, yes, you've got the great switch off coming, and a lot of individuals, decision makers, whether in the channel, but particularly end user organisations, are here scratching their heads. They're at this crossroads. Do I continue along the path I'm on, stay as I am, and risk going down the highway to hell, the hell of keeping them on premise, keeping on legacy platforms, keeping on RCN? Or what about going on the stairway to heaven that is the cloud panacea, the euphoria that you have from having pure cloud and the benefits that that brings? But with any decision, there's risk, there's uncertainty, there's fear and doubt. Can I keep my job? Will I lose my job? Will the organisation I support that I've shares in, will that continue? So it's this whole idea of being at this crossroads. And what we talk about, and you can look at our website, and there's a few blogs on this, we talk about the cost of doing nothing. That we advocate doing something for sure, and it's in your powers as partners and resellers to help customers make some form of decision. But the key thing, the key takeaway here is 8x8 has some great tools, great people, great capability that will help people make the right decision for their businesses. And for us, one of the key things, one of the key reasons that we believe that you and your customers will be interested in working with us, or those of you that are customers continue to work with us, is around this power of the integrated platform. And we have some backup reports. There's one quoted here from Bletchley that says that if you have a single platform, then the opportunity for the cost of doing something actually being pretty lucrative. It makes real sense from a cost of ownership standpoint. So the first illustration of this is what we call the disconnect, where most organisations we speak to, and we'll be at the CNC Expo, CNCC Expo, too many C's, next week at Excel. And at those sort of shows, we have customers that have never really spoken to us before come on the stand, and we talk a little bit about, well, what are you using, what's your environment, what are your challenges? And they all pretty much have the same. They've got some form of legacy communication system that's driving their internal communications. Call it PBX, call it hosted VoIP, call it unified comms, and then they have a separate contact center environment, and then they've also got some investment in Teams. But they're all siloed instances or siloed type of capability. What we advocate is the more you can bring those together in a cohesive strategy, into a cohesive plan, and ideally into a cohesive solution that you can deploy in your organisation, the more that you're going to be on that stairway to heaven rather than on the highway to hell. So this is really the one thing to remember around 8x8. It's the power of X in the middle. People sometimes say, well, is it 8 times 8? Is it 8x8? No. Is it 64? No. What is it? It's 8 by 8. And the magic thing is the kind of the silent X in the middle that ties the two pieces together. What I loved about Craig's presentation, because we all love Craig, is the fact that Spectrally, one of those organisations that recognise that you don't sell generic solutions to individuals. People buy from people, naturally, but people also buy solutions that are going to serve the needs of individual users, departments, roles, or subsidiaries within a company. And so the way that we approach the services that we offer as part of our platform is to deliver not only those strong, competitive, robust, and secure unified comms and contact center services, but also to provide a user experience, so those people that are in those contact centers, those people are supervisors, those people are receptionists, to give them a specific type of user experience or interface that works for them. If they're using Salesforce, why have that as a separate window if you can embed it within your UC environment? If you're manning your help desk and using Zendesk, why have to flip screens? If you want to interact, why have to copy and paste records? If you've taken the call and you're trying to update your back-end database. So it's all about how can you integrate into a single user experience. So we'll talk about that. And so the more that we ask those what if or wouldn't it be good if questions, then that orients people more and more towards an experience-based platform. And Teams, again, is one of those experiences that we can look to address. In terms of what is a sweet spot for this thing that we called 8 times 8, 8x8, 8 by 8, is this kind of bit in the middle where the more that you have users that are looking for a combination of traditional UC and traditional contact center capability, whether you call it the informal contact center or the back office user that's required to work in the front office in a customer facing role, the more you can give them tools to do that, to work in that hybrid fashion, whether you're in the office, whether you're on the road, or whether you're remote, the more that the return on investment makes sense. And so these are all things that tie into the 8x8 proposition. So the more you talk to customers, qualify their needs, then we would hope that where experience and user needs and the combination of the single solution with team support, that would then bubble up 8x8 as a maybe good solution to have a word with these guys with, or to give Claire a call if you're not an 8x8 reseller and you're looking to formally come on board. And I mentioned before, we have we're full of acronyms in this business, and we have this thing called TPES, which is whatever the hell that is, but it is essentially a new marketing slogan or acronym. Look at that means technology partner ecosystem. And essentially what that says is that there are building blocks that customers look at that go beyond what we can provide as a cloud communications vendor. So we work hard, not only at just having a nice list of logos on the website, but we work hard at back-end testing how these operate, how they screen pop, how we can autofill back-end databases, and how we can enable widgets within our user interfaces so that the CRM is able to interact with the user interfaces itself. So we're working with AI vendors, analytics vendors, and we would count even the device vendors, and we've already heard from a few of those today, in the way that we operate. So yes, consider APIs as a unified platform, but also consider the fact that we're not a silo in ourselves. You know, we are working with a broad spectrum of other people. And there are some names on here you recognise, but also in this emerging, the robots haven't, I've looked in the news today, I don't think the robots have taken over just yet. Claire, anything in news? No. Okay, so until the robots fully take over, there is an opportunity to selectively use conversational AI and machine learning based technologies to aid the way that you interact with users. So as part of our roadmap and what we're delivering is making the best use of some of this automation software, automation technology. I kind of hate the word AI. You kind of think of Blade Runner, you think of all these esoteric concepts and Skynet, but it is really just advanced intelligence and automation you can build in. So we're partnering with Cognigy in particular around our bot technology that really suits